Microsoft did what? Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a like button, that will be much appreciated. I also stream on Twitch every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. The link is in the description below, so yeah, come and join me. Microsoft shuts down Mixer. Xbox owners will transition to Facebook Gaming. So this was a long time coming. Everybody knew that this was going to happen at some point. On July 22nd, the Mixer, they tweeted, "Mixer partners, streamers and community. Today we've got some very big news for you. While we've decided to close the operations side of Mixer, we're officially partnering with Facebook Gaming and we are cordially inviting all of you to join." So just out of nowhere, throwing this tweet out there, basically in a way to like firing everyone there. Mixer, which was Twitch's rival, has been shut down by Microsoft. Microsoft giant will close the streaming platform on July 22nd. The Xbox users will transition to Facebook Gaming or they can return to Twitch. This comes after nearly a year. Microsoft acquired two of the biggest Twitch streamers, Ninja and Shroud. However, unfortunately for Mixer, the viewership didn't really take off and Microsoft failed to capitalize on their arrival. So for us to really know what went wrong, we have to go to the beginning and find out how it all went down for Mixer. Mixer was a Seattle-based video game live streaming platform. The service officially launched on January 5th, 2016 as Beam. Beam was then acquired by Microsoft in August 2016, to which it was renamed to Mixer in 2017 and began to be integrated into Microsoft's Xbox division. And then so back in August 2019, Ninja, Twitch's largest streamer, announced that he will be streaming exclusive on Mixer. And then in October later that same year, it was announced that Shroud will also stream exclusive on Mixer. Ninja and Shroud's contract with Mixer were reportedly between $20 to $30 million according to a CNN report. There was a report from WindowsCentral.com of February of this year that the employee morale at Microsoft live streaming platform Mixer was hitting a significant low. Employees are concerned about the future of the service and there are layoffs taking place there. There is also a video that shows a newly appointed Mixer head, Shilpa Yadla, making a rather harsh sounding pitch to employees while discussing positivity in a workplace culture. So the situation with Mixer read as follows. Mixer has had a rough few months that involved the original founders leaving the business alongside a general manager and a corporate vice president. So can you imagine that the original founders leaving the business and the general manager and the corporate vice president? I mean, that's just red flags all over the place. Then it says, however, what hasn't been reported is that over the last 6 months, there have been 16 layoffs due to budget cuts, which have shed roughly 25% of an already skeletal team and are causing future releases to slip schedules. That's according to a Mixer employee who reached out to us, concerned about the direction and fate of Mixer. During an internal Mixer town hall last week, executives spoke to its skeleton crew of employees to address the growing sense of frustration and low morale within the business. Unfortunately, their words left a lot to be desired. Shilpa Yadla had been meeting with employees one-on-one, presumably to assuage fears and concerns, but on stage her words may have had the adverse effect. If it's indeed true that Mixer is Faced with staffing issues and low morale, only one thing can realistically fix it: investment. Microsoft has reportedly spent millions on key streamers like Ninja, but doesn't seem to have made a particularly large impact on the service thus far. If the reports about Mixer being built up of a small skeleton crew are right, without proper investment and its own staffing, we're not sure how Microsoft expects to catch up to Twitch and YouTube. So this was written back in February of this past year, so like few months ago. So you could already tell there were red flags, and Microsoft would just put in millions and millions into Ninja, millions into Shroud, but it didn't. I think they just hit a good spike, and then ever since Ninja and Shroud came out, the spike just went downhill, and they haven't recovered ever since. If we start to compare the numbers, so Ninja's last stream on Twitch had an average views of 48,000, and on Mixer of January of this past year, he had an average viewers of 9,500. So that's a 80% loss of viewers right there. Shroud's last stream on Twitch was around 24,000, and his stream back in January of this year was 6,500. So that's a 72% loss. So obviously, you're not going to bring everyone over from Twitch to Mixer, but to have 72 to 8% loss of viewers, it just tells you that Mixer, they were betting all their eggs on Ninja and Shroud, and it just didn't work out for them, unfortunately. So this was provided by Streamlabs, and as you can see, the hours watched of April 2019, it was 750 million hours watched by Twitch. YouTube gaming was 279 million, Facebook gaming was 86 million, and Mixer, as you can see, was 37.044 million hours watched. Now 12 months later, what happens? Twitch's growth went up 98% at least, whereas YouTube gaming grew up 65%, Facebook gaming grew up to 258%. However, and this is another red flag, Mixer grew only 0.2%. They went from 37.004 million hours watched, and 12 months later it goes up 37.106 million hours watched, and they only got 0.2% growth. That is horrendous and unfortunate for Mixer. But when it comes to a comparison against Twitch, YouTube gaming, Facebook gaming, Mixer just they just could not keep up at all. You have the director of Xbox admitting that Mixer started pretty far behind. When you also take into consideration that the general manager and the corporate vice president and the founders all leaving the business, that's definitely a red flag. So you have here on Xbox Era website, Mixer has a viewership problem. After efforts from Microsoft to entice people to come to their streaming platform, we could say that the plan has failed. Partially to demonstrate that Mixer has a viewership problem, only one has to look at the two paragraphs below. So what we have here is the total hours watched in the first quarter of 2020. As you see, Twitch has 65%, which is the majority. You've got YouTube followed by 22%, Facebook with 11%, and Mixer only had 2% of the hours watched in the first quarter of this year. So the numbers don't lie. I mean, Mixer was just way far behind, and as the director of Xbox admitted that they started very, very late into the game. And then in this next paragraph, what I have here is total hours streamed in the first quarter of this year. So you've got Twitch with 72%, Mixer, they have a little bit more there. They have 17%, YouTube with 8%, and Facebook Gaming with 3%. So Mixer they had something there, but compared to Twitch, it just wasn't. And YouTube is growing. YouTube is way much bigger compared to Mixer, way much bigger. Facebook is way much bigger compared to Mixer. So eventually, this was one of the downfalls. And I also think that Mixer focused on drawing streamers to its platform, but didn't spend much time promoting organic talent and growing their viewership. I think again they thought they can bring Ninja and Shroud and that would be enough for them to grow, but no, they need more than that. And I also believe when Ninja joined Mixer, his audience was there to see him. They weren't there to be part of the Mixer community or to check other streamers they might like. Again, just goes to the same point where Mixer thought they could bring Ninja and Shroud and that would be enough. But they started back in 2017 as Mixer, which is only 3 years, so not that long. And compared to how many streamers there are on Twitch and on YouTube Gaming, they just were not going to last this long, for sure. And so the question is, where will Mixers who are non-gamers, will they move to Facebook Gaming? Because remember, they relied on that income. They are full-time mixers there who they don't necessarily play games, they just go to chat, but that's their full-time job. You can go to Facebook Gaming. I mean, I don't think it would just facilitate to them to do gaming if that's not what they do. So where do they go? Do they go back to Twitch and start all over again? I mean, that's just sad news for those people. And I feel the biggest point in all this is Mixer never capitalized off the arrival of Ninja and Shroud, and Microsoft once again failed to complete a project. Microsoft has a history of starting projects and not completing them, starting another one and not completing it. So I just think they heavily relied on Ninja and Shroud so much that they thought we'll sign up the two biggest Twitch players, get them over the Mixer, and that should be enough. But and as we all just realized, that wasn't enough.